A. Protect lives and property by addressing disaster vulnerabilities and strengthening institutions by building community resilience. B. Adopt humanitarian norms and global risk reduction efforts to alleviate disaster suffering. C. Integrate disaster risk management into national and local development strategies. Letter D. Use a holistic, proactive approach to disaster risk reduction involving all stakeholders. E. Develop a comprehensive national risk reduction and management plan or NDRRMP. F. Implement an integrated disaster risk reduction program aligned with good governance principle. G. Mainstream disaster risk reduction and climate change into all development processes. H. Institutionalize disaster risk reduction policies and programs with consistent funding. Letter I. Integrate disaster risk reduction into peace process to minimize losses in conflict zones. J. Ensure disaster risk reduction measures are gender responsive and respect human rights. Letter K. Strengthen local government units or LGUs disaster risk reduction capacities. L. Empower LGUs and communities to manage disaster impacts. M. Engage civil society, private sector, and volunteers in disaster risk reduction. Letter N. Strengthen vulnerable groups disaster preparedness and response capabilities. O. Train humanitarian aid workers and communities on breastfeeding support during disaster. Letter P. Provide comprehensive care and assistance to the disaster victim and facilitate recoveries. A. Adaptation. Adjust to the climate change to minimize harm or use benefits. B. Capacity is a community's resource to reduce disaster risk. C. Civil society organization. CSOs are non-profit governmental groups. D. Climate change is a long-term shift in the climate patterns. E. Community-based disaster risk reduction management. CBDRRM engage communities in disaster risk reduction. F. A complex emergency is a human-induced crisis with intense political factors. G. Contingency planning prepares the potential threats. H. Disaster is a severe disruption exceeding a community's coping capacity. I. Disaster mitigation lessens disaster impacts. J. Disaster preparedness builds capacity for effective disaster response. K. Disaster prevention avoid disaster impacts altogether. I. Disaster response provides emergency service after a disaster. M. Disaster risk is a potential for disaster losses. N. Disaster risk reduction systematically reduce disaster risk. O. Disaster risk reduction and management systematically lessen disaster impacts. P. A disaster risk reduction and management information system is a specialized database on disasters. Q. An early warning system provides timely warnings to enable preparedness. R. An emergency is an unforeseen event demanding immediate action. S. Emergency management organized resource for emergency. T. Exposure is the likelihood of experiencing a hazard. U. A geographic information system (GIS) is a geospatial database. B. A hazard is everything that can cause harm. W. Land use. Planning decides how land is used. X. Mitigation. Uses measure to limit disaster impacts. Y. The National Disaster Risk Reduction Management Framework (NDRRMF) provides a comprehensive approach to disaster risk reduction management. Z. The National Disaster Risk Reduction Management Plan or NDRRMP outline goals and action for the disaster risk reduction. AA. Post-disaster recovery restores and improves affected areas. BB. Preparedness involves pre-disaster action to minimize losses. CC. The private sector produce and distribute goods and services. DD. Public sector employees work in a civil service. E. Rehabilitation restores normal functioning after a disaster. FF. Resilience is a system's ability to recover from hazard. GG. Response is concerted assistance during or after a disaster. HH. Risk is the combination of probability and consequence. II. Risk assessment determines the nature and extent of risk. JJ. Risk management systematically manage uncertainty. KK. Risk transfer shift financial consequence to another party. II. LL. A state of calamity improve mass casualties or major damages. MM. Sustainable development meets present need without compromising future needs. NN. Vulnerability is susceptibility to hazard effects. OO. Vulnerable and marginalized group face higher disaster risk and poverty. This act establishes policies, plans, and action for all aspects of disaster risk reduction and management, encompassing good governance, risk assessment, early warning, education, risk reduction, and preparedness for effective response and early recovery. Sino-sino nga ba ang bumubuo ng National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council? Una, ang head nito ay ang Secretary ng Department of National Defense. Ang Vice Chairperson ng Disaster Preparedness ay ang Secretary ng DILG. Ang Vice Chairperson for Disaster Response ay Secretary naman ng DSWD. Ang Vice Chairperson for Disaster Prevention and Mitigation ay ang Secretary ng DOST. Para naman sa Vice Chairperson for Disaster Rehabilitation and Recovery ay ang Secretary ng NEDA. The National Council members shall be the following: Secretary ng DOST, Secretary ng DNR, Secretary ng DA, Secretary ng Department of Education or DepEd, Secretary ng DOE, Secretary of Department of Finance, Secretary ng DTI, Secretary ng DOTC, Secretary ng Department of Budget and Management, Secretary ng DPWH, Secretary ng DFA, Secretary ng DOJ, Secretary ng DOLE, Secretary ng DOT, the Executive Secretary, Secretary of Office of the Presidential Advisor on the Peace Process, Chairman ng CHED, Chief of Staff ng AFP, Chief ng PNP, the President Secretary, Secretary General of the Philippine National Red Cross, Commissioner of the National Anti-Poverty Commission, Victims of Disaster and Calamity Sector, Chairperson ng National Commission on the Role of the Woman, Chairperson ng HUDCC, Executive Director ng Climate Change Office of the Climate Change Commission, President ng GSIS, President ng SSS, President ng PhilHealth, President ng ULAP or Union Local Authorities of the Philippines, President ng LPP, President ng LCP, President ng LMP, President ng LMB, 4 na representative galing sa CSO, 1 representative from private sector, and the administrator of the OCD. At ito ang bumubuo ng council. NDRRMC Power and Function. A. Framework Development. Create and regularly update NDRRMF. B. Plan Alignment. Ensure the National Disaster Risk Reduction Management Plan is consistent with the framework. C. Presidential Advising. Inform the President about the disaster preparedness and suggest state of calamities declaration and funding needs. Next, stakeholders participation. Involve various stakeholders in developing disaster risk map and information system. Early warning system. Set up a national system to provide timely emergency alert to the public. Next, risk transfer mechanism. develop system for social and economic protection against disaster. Next is the monitoring compliance, oversee the enforcement of the disaster management laws and guidelines. Next, resources management funding and resources for the disaster risk reduction. Letter I, local fund oversight, ensure proper use and auditing of the local disaster risk reduction management fund. Letter J, hazard assessment, create tool to assess climate change risk vulnerable areas. Letter K, coordination mechanism, improve cooperation among agencies and local government for disaster management. Next, capacity building, develop training programs to strengthen disaster management capabilities government agencies. Next, research agenda, establish a national agenda for disaster risk research and technology development. Next is the climate adaptation framework. Collaborate with the Climate Change Commission to integrate adaptation strategies into disaster management. Next, technical coordination group, form of ongoing coordination among relevant departments. Letter P, performance monitoring, assess the performance of NDRRMC members and regional council. Letter Q, treaty coordination, ensure the country meets its obligation under disaster management treaties. Section 7 grants the chairperson of the NDRRMC the authority to enlist assistance from government entities, non-government organization, and civic group, including the reserve force defined in Republic Act No. 7077, to utilize the resources and facilities for disaster risk reduction and management. Next, Section 8, assign the Office of the Civil Defense, OCD, the primary responsibility for administering and comprehensive national civil defense and disaster risk reduction program led by an administrator who also serves as Executive Director of the National Council, with duties equivalent to a department undersecretary, ensuring that all appointees are recognized expert in disaster preparedness and management. The OCD will also act as the Secretariat for the National Council. Ano nga ba ang function ng Office of the Civil Defense? Una, advisory role. The OCD advised the National Council on Disaster Risk Reduction Management Matters, NDRRMP implementation. The OCD formulates and implement the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Plan and ensure local plans align with it. Hazard and risk assessment. The OCD identifies, assesses and prioritizes hazard and risk consultation with stakeholders. National standard. The OCD develops and enforces national standards for disaster risk reduction program covering preparedness, mitigation, prevention, response, and rehabilitation. Local plan review. The OCD review and evaluate local disaster risk reduction plans to ensure they integrate disaster risk reduction measures into local development plans. National Standard Program Communication. The OCD ensures local government are informed about national standard and program. Standard Operating Procedure. The OCD develops standard operating procedures for rapid assessment teams, information sharing and coordination before and after disaster. Next, communication systems. The OCD established standard operating procedures for communication among disaster risk reduction council at various levels. Training institutes. The OCD established training institute to educate individuals on disaster risk reduction management, develop trainings, materials, conduct research, and provide awareness program. International support. The OCD ensures that the disaster risk reduction program requiring international support align with the national policies and international agreements. Government, agency, and LGU prioritization. The OCD emphasized the importance of the disaster risk reduction for the government agency agencies and local government, CSO and private sector participation. The OCD creates an environment for CSOs, private groups, volunteers, and communities to participate in disaster reduction efforts. Needs assessment. The OCD conducts early recovery and post-disaster need assessment incorporating gender analysis. National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Operations Center. The OCD establishes and operates the NDRRMOC, Community Disaster Volunteers. The OCD sets criteria to produce for accrediting community disaster volunteers and develop manual operation of them. LGU support. The OCD provides an advanced technical assistance and resources mobilization to local government, particular to those in low income and high risk area. Office creation. The OCD creates necessary office to fulfill its mandate. Other function. The OCD performs the other function necessary for the effective implementation of the Act. Section 10 focuses on the organization and functions of disaster management at the regional level. Regional Council. The existing regional councils are renamed as Regional Disaster Risk Reduction Management Council. This council coordinate, integrate, supervise, and evaluate the activities of the local disaster risk reduction and management councils. Regional development plans. RDRRMCs ensure that regional development plans are disaster sensitive. Emergency convening. During emergencies, RDRRMC convene regional agencies, institutions, and authorities. Regional operation centers. RDRRMCs establish a regional disaster risk reduction and management operation center when necessary. Leadership composition. The OCD regional director serves as RDRRMC chairperson with the vice chairperson from key agencies like DSWD, DILG, DOST, and NEDA. In autonomous region in Muslim Mindanao or ARMM, the regional governor serves as chairperson. Secretariat. The existing regional office of the OCD as the Secretariat of RDRRMC. Membership. The RDRRMC are composed of executive of regional offices and field station of government agencies. She shall be composed but not limited to the following: the local chief executive chairperson, the local planning development officer, a member, the head of the LDRMO, a member, the head of the local social welfare and development office, a member, the head of the local health office, member, the head of a local agriculture office, member, the head of the gender and development office, member, the head of the local engineering office, member, the head of the local veterinary office, member, the head of the local budget office, member, the division head superintendent of school of DepEd, a member, the highest ranking officer of the armed forces of the Philippines, AFP, assigned in the area, member, the provincial director or city municipal chief of the Philippine National Police or the PNP, the provincial director, city municipal fire marshal of the BFP, the president of the Association of Barangay Captains, ABC, member, the Philippine National Red Cross, member, for accredited CSO member, and one private sector representative member. Section 12. The establishment and function of the local disaster risk reduction management office at the provincial, city, and municipal level, as well as barangay disaster risk reduction management at the barangay level. LDRRMO. An LDRRMO established in every province, city, and municipality. BDRRMC is established in every barangay. direction, development, implementation, and coordination. Both LDRRMO and BDRRMC are responsible for setting the direction, developing, implementing, and coordination disaster risk management programs within the respective LDRMO jurisdiction. LDRMO structure and composition. The LDRMO is under the office of the governor, city or municipal mayor, and the punong barangay in case of BDRRMC. Initial organization. The LDRRMO are the initial organized with the DRRMO and 3 staff members responsible for administration and training, research and planning, operation and warning. What are the supervisions? LDRRMO and BDRRMC organize, train, and directly supervise local emergency response team and accredited community disaster volunteers, ACDBs. Function of LDRRMO and BDRRMC: program design, coordination, risk assessment, contingency planning, local risk information and mapping, training and knowledge management, early warning system, local disaster risk reduction plan, LDRMO plan and budget, disaster monitoring and mobilization, hazard vulnerability and risk management, public awareness, risk reduction measures, database maintenance, partnership and networking, personal training and competency, local emergency response team, disaster response and recovery, public awareness and compliance. LDRRMC Secretariat served as the Secretariat of the executive arm of the LDRRMC, coordination and networking. Local ordinance recommendation. LDRRMC policy implementation. Operation center. LDRRMF reporting. Prepare and submit reports on the utilization of LDRRMF and other sources to a local COA. Other authorities matters on the other matters authorized by LDRRMC. BDRRMC, BDC committees. BDRRMC is a regular committees of the existing BDC and the subject authority. CSO representation. The punong barangay ensure that the participation of at least 2 CSO representative from community-based organization representing vulnerable and marginalized group. Section 13. The accreditation, mobilization, and protection of disaster volunteers including the National Service Reserve Corps or NSRC, CSO, and the private sectors. Mobilization and augmentation, volunteer mobilization, government agencies, CSOs, the private sector, and LGUs can mobilize individuals or organize volunteers to augment their personal and logistical requirements for disaster risk reduction programs and activities. What are the responsibilities for volunteer welfare and protection? Agency CSO, the private sector, and LGU are fully responsible for the welfare and protection volunteer. Accreditation and database. Agency CSO, the private sector, and the LGU are the required to submit list of the volunteers, the OCD, through the LDRMO for accreditation and inclusion in the database community disaster volunteers. National roster. The ODC maintains the national roster of accredited community disaster volunteers, ACDBs, National Service Reserve Corps, CSO, and private sector volunteer through LDRMOs. Municipal city level accreditation. Accreditation is done at the municipal or city level. Mobilization guidelines. NDRRMC guidelines. Mobilization of the volunteers is governed by the guidelines formulated by the MDRRMC, consistent with the provision of the Act. Benefits and protection for the volunteers. Volunteers who incur death or injury while engaging disaster risk reduction activities are entitled to Compensatory benefits individual personnel accidental insurance as defined as the guidelines. Section 14, the integrating disaster risk reduction education into school curricula and Sangguniang Kabataan program, as well as mandating training for public sector employees. Disaster risk reduction education in school, integration into curricula, the Department of Education, Commission on Higher Education, Technical Education and Skill Development Authority, in coordination with the OCDs and other relevant agencies, are mandated to integrate disaster risk reduction and management education into the school curricula for secondary and tertiary levels, including the NSTP for both public and private institutions. This include formal and non-formal education, technical, vocational, indigenous learning, and out-of-school youth courses and programs. Community and youth involvement. The NDRRMC, RRMC, LDRRMC, LDRRMO, BDRRMC, and SK Council are encouraged to promote community participation, particularly among young, in disaster risk reduction activities. This includes organizing quick response group, especially in identified disaster-prone areas. Disaster risk reduction and management program should be included as part of escape programs and projects. Mandatory training for public sector employees. Public sector employees are mandated to undergo training in an emergency response preparedness. This training is mandatory for all public sector employees to comply with the provision of the Act. Section 15. The Act outlined the coordination mechanism during emergencies, emphasizing the role and responsibilities of different levels of government and other stakeholders. Leadership and coordination. The LDRRMC are designed as the lead entities in preparing for responding to and recovering the disaster based on the following criteria: BDC if single barangay is affected, city municipal DRRMC if two or more barangays affected, provincial DRRMC if two or more cities municipalities are affected, regional DRRMC if two or more provinces are affected, and DRRMC if two or more regions are affected. The NDRRMC and intermediary LDRRMCs act as support to LGUs, which have the primary responsibilities as a first responder. Private sector and civil society groups are expected to work in accordance with the coordination mechanism and policies set by the NDRRMC and concerned LDRRMCs.
Section 16, Declaration of State of Calamity, highlights the importance of integrating disaster risk reduction measures into local and national planning processes. It mandates that all government agencies, local government units, and other stakeholders incorporate risk reduction strategies into their development plans, policies, and programs. This section emphasizes the need for a proactive approach to disaster preparedness, focusing on risk prevention and mitigation rather than merely responding to disaster. It also requires the adoption of a multi-sectoral and inclusive approach, ensuring that the perspective and needs of vulnerable groups, such as women, children, the elderly, and persons with disabilities, are considered. Furthermore, Section 16 calls for the alignment of development and disaster risk management objectives to foster resilience and sustainable development in communities. By institutionalizing these measures, the law aims to minimize the adverse impacts of disasters, safeguard lives, and protect livelihoods. This section underscores the commitment of the government to build a culture of safety and preparedness in the Philippines. Section 17, Remedial Measure, outlines and coordination mechanisms at the national level for disaster risk reduction and management. It designates the National Disaster Risk Management and Council as the primarily coordinating body tasked with formulating and overseeing a comprehensive and integrated approach to disaster preparedness, prevention, mitigation, response, and recovery. This section emphasizes the collaborative effort among various government agencies, non-governmental organizations, civil society, and private sector stakeholders. It highlights the need for efficient resource mobilization, data sharing, and establishment of communication network to ensure a timely and effective response to disaster. Furthermore, it mandates the development of policies and guidelines to enhance national and local capacities in managing disaster risk. Section 17 underscores the importance of a multi-sectoral, multidisciplinary, and inclusive approach to DRRM, aiming to reduce vulnerabilities and enhance the resilience of communities by promoting institutional coordination and integration of DRRM into national and local development planning. This provision seeks to build a safer, disaster-resilient Philippines. Section 18. Mechanism of International Humanitarian Assistance outlines the function of the Local Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Office within each local government unit. This section mandates the LDRRMO to design, implement, and coordinate disaster risk reduction and management in their respective areas. And responsibilities include formulating and implementing the local disaster risk reduction and management plans, organizing and training local emergency response teams, and conducting disaster risk assessments. The LDRRMO is also tasked with ensuring the integration of disaster risk reduction measures into local development plans, such as zoning and land use policies to enhance resilience. Additionally, it facilitates public awareness campaigns and provide technical support to communicate to reduce vulnerabilities. Section 18 is the collaboration nature of disaster risk reduction, requiring the LDRRMO to coordinate with relevant national and local agencies, as well as civil society organizations, to establish a unified response system. By institutionalizing this office and outlining their core duties, the law strengthens the Philippines' capacity to prepare for respond to and recover from disaster, contributing to a more resilient and disaster-ready nation. Basta muna. Section 19, Prohibited Act, outlines the Prohibited Act and penalties related to disaster risk reduction and management. It specifies that any person who violates the provision of the Act or its implementing rules and regulations or obstructs the lawful implementation of disaster management policies will face legal consequences. These include imprisonment or a fine or both, depending on the gravity of the offense. This section aims to deter actions that undermine the objective of disaster preparedness, response, recovery, and mitigation, ensuring accountability and compliance with disaster risk management standards. Section 20, Penal Clause, outlines the penalties for violations of the Act. It provides that any individual group, corporation, or government agency that violates the provision of the Act, such as failing to comply with safety standards, falsifying risk assessment, or obstructing disaster response efforts, will face fines, imprisonment, or both. The specific penalties are determined based on the nature and severity of the violation. This section ensures accountability and encourages adherence to disaster risk reduction measures to safeguard public safety and welfare. Section 21, Local Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Fund, outlines the penalties for violation of the law. It stipulates that any person, group, or corporation who willfully violates provision of this act or its implementing rules and regulation shall be subject to appropriate administrative, civil, or criminal penalties. Specific violations include unauthorized use of disaster funds, misrepresentation or deliberate failure to comply with government disaster response protocols. The penalty may range from fines, imprisonment, or both depending on the gravity of the offense. This section underscores accountability and serves as a deterrent against malpractices that could undermine disaster risk reduction and management effort. By enforcing strict compliance, the law aims to safeguard public funds and ensure that resources are used effectively to protect communities from the impact of disasters. Section 22, National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Fund. Establish incentive for local governments, private entities, and individuals actively participating in disaster risk reduction and management. It encourages collaboration in disaster preparedness, response, and mitigation by recognizing exemplary performance and contributions. These incentives may include tax deductions, award, and other forms of recognition. Local government units are tasked with integrating such as reward systems into their disaster preparedness program to promote broader community involvement. This section reinforces the importance of a whole-of-society approach to disaster resilience, emphasizing that collective effort and active participation that all levels are vital in reducing the risk and impacts of disaster. By institutionalizing incentives, the law aims to cultivate a culture of disaster readiness and accountability, fostering stronger partnership between the government and the stakeholders in building safer and more resilient communities. Section 23, Fund of the COD, focuses on the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management, or NDRRMF. This section established the NDRRMF as the primary financial resource to support disaster risk reduction and management activities in the Philippines. The fund is allocated to support preparedness, mitigation, response, and recovery activities to ensure a timely and efficient response to natural and human-induced disaster. It also outlined that the fund will be sourced from the annual national budget, foreign aid grant, donations, and other sources. The NDRRMF is intended to provide financial support for the implementation of risk reduction program, construction of disaster resilience infrastructure, and disaster response efforts, as well as for supporting affected communities during and after disasters. This ensures that government agencies and local government units are equipped to effectively manage disaster risk and recovery. Section 24, Annual Report, focuses on the National Risk Reduction and Management Fund. It established the fund to ensure the effective implementation of disaster risk reduction and management programs and response operations. The NRRMF is housed from various government allocations, grants, donation, and other forms of financial assistance. This section outlines how the fund will be used, including pre-disaster risk reduction programs, response, operations, recovery, and rehabilitation efforts. It also emphasizes transparency, accountability, and proper utilization by requiring agencies to submit report to the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council for oversight. This ensures funds are appropriately used to support disaster preparedness, mitigation, strategies, and aid delivery during and after calamities. Section 24 promotes coordination and efficient funds used for disaster resilience across the country. Section 25, Implementing Rules and Regulations, focuses on the creation of the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council, and its role is disaster preparedness and response. It established the NDRRMC as the primary government body responsible for ensuring the protection and welfare of the people during disaster and emergencies. The NDRRMC formulates and implements policies, plans, and programs related to disaster risk reduction and management. It also oversees the coordination of disaster response among various government agencies, local government units, and other stakeholders. Section 25 emphasizes importance of integrating risk reduction measures, preparedness, and response into national development plans and ensuring funding is allocated for their purposes. This ensures the government has a centralized body to lead efforts in disaster risk mitigation, readiness, and recovery while fostering interagency and multi-sector collaboration. Section 26, Congressional Oversight Committee, emphasizes the establishment of the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Fund. This fund is a critical financial resource intended to support the country's disaster risk reduction and response activities. The NDRRMF is allocated annually from the national budget to address and preparedness, prevention, mitigation, and response needs during disaster and emergencies. The section also outlines the mechanism for its utilization, ensuring transparency, accountability, and efficient disbursement. It mandates that the fund can be used for emergency response, procurement of relief goods, support services, and recovery operations. Additionally, it highlights the role of local government units in the fund's proper distribution and alignment with their respective risk reduction and management plan. This framework promotes equitable, swift, and effective disaster preparedness and response across all levels of government. 27. Sunset Review focuses on the standard operating procedures and guidelines for disaster risk reduction and management. It established the framework for the creation and implementation of standard operating procedures to ensure efficient response during disaster. The SOPs must align with the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Plan and address coordination, resource mobilization, communication, and response mechanisms. Section 27 also emphasized that government agencies, local government units, and other relevant organizations must adhere to these procedures to ensure that the risks are minimized and response efforts are streamlined. Additionally, it mandates the integration of emergency preparedness protocols into organizational and community practices, enhancing resilience and ensuring timely and efficient disaster response. This framework seeks to institutionalize preparedness, response, and recovery action across all levels of government and organizations. Section 28, Repealing Clause, focuses on the compulsory and integrated disaster risk reduction and management curriculum in education. This section mandates the inclusion of NDRRM concept in the formal education system to ensure that citizens are well informed and prepared for disaster. The Department of Education or DepEd in coordination with National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council is tasked with integrating disaster preparedness, risk reduction, and response strategies into curriculum of primary, secondary, and tertiary education. This is intended to raise awareness and foster a culture of safety and preparedness among Filipinos. Section 28 emphasizes the importance of continuous learning about the risk of natural and human-induced hazard, aiming to create resilient individuals and communities through educational interventions. Section 29, Separability Clause, focuses on the creation of the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Fund. This section mandates the establishment of a special fund to support disaster risk reduction and management activities. The fund is sourced from the 5% of the annual revenue of the national government and is utilized for disaster preparedness mitigation, response, recovery, and rehabilitation efforts. It is intended to strengthen the capacity of communities and the agencies in dealing with the impact of natural disaster and other emergencies. The law ensures that this funding is used effectively and transparently by being managed by the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council and other relevant bodies. Moreover, guidelines for its disbursement, management, and use must align with the national DRRM framework and priorities. Section 30, Effectivity Clause, focuses on the national program on dissemination of information and public awareness. To ensure public knowledge and preparedness for disaster risk reduction and management, it mandates the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council, along with local government units and other agencies, to implement comprehensive educational campaigns. These campaigns aims to increase community awareness of risk, promote and individual and collective preparedness, and ensure that citizens understand the rules during disasters. Moreover, this section calls for the active use of mass media, social media, and other communication platforms to enhance public information dissemination. This program emphasizes the importance of empowering individuals with the necessary knowledge to mitigate risk, respond effectively, and recover swiftly during and after disaster.